My name is Emma, and for most of my childhood, I believed that every parent loved their children equally. I thought home was the one place where everyone felt safe, valued, and loved. But as I grew older, I realized that not every family works that way. Sometimes love has favorites. And in my family, I was never one of them. My younger sister, Sophia, was the center of everyone's world. She received everything she ever wanted without asking twice. Expensive birthday gifts, brand new clothes, family vacations, and endless praise followed her wherever she went. Whenever she made the smallest achievement, my parents celebrated as if she had changed the world. Meanwhile, I stood quietly in the background. No matter how hard I studied, no matter how many awards I brought home, or how much I helped around the house, it was never enough. Every success of mine was ignored, while every mistake was remembered. My parents constantly compared me to Sophia, telling me I should be more like her. At first, I believed them. I thought maybe I wasn't smart enough, talented enough, or simply worthy enough to be loved. So I worked even harder. I woke up before sunrise to study. After school, I helped my mother with cooking and cleaning. On weekends, I worked part-time to save money for my future. I kept telling myself that one day, if I became successful enough, my parents would finally look at me with pride. But that day never came. I still remember the afternoon I came home carrying a large trophy after winning a regional baking competition. I was so excited that my hands were shaking. I imagined my parents smiling, congratulating me, and maybe even hugging me for the first time in years. Instead, I walked into the living room and found everyone gathered around Sophia. My parents had just surprised her with a brand new car. Nobody even noticed the trophy in my hands. I stood there for several minutes, waiting for someone to ask about my day. No one did. Quietly, I walked to my room, placed the trophy on a dusty shelf, closed the door, and cried alone. That was the moment I stopped expecting love from the people who were supposed to give it unconditionally. From then on, I focused on one dream. Ever since I was a little girl, I had dreamed of opening my own bakery. Baking was the only thing that made me truly happy. Every cake I decorated and every loaf of bread I baked made me believe that I could build a better future for myself. To make that dream come true, I worked every spare hour I could. I served coffee in a small cafe, tutored children after school, and took extra shifts during holidays. I saved every dollar carefully, knowing exactly what each sacrifice meant. My savings account wasn't just money. It represented years of hard work, sleepless nights, and the hope that one day I could finally create a life where I truly belonged. I had no idea that the people I trusted the most were about to destroy that dream in a single moment. The next morning, everything changed forever. I woke up with a smile, believing my dream was finally coming true. After years of hard work, late-night shifts, weekend jobs, and endless sacrifices, I was finally close to buying my own small bakery. That afternoon, I was supposed to meet the owner and complete the payment. Before leaving home, I checked my bank account one last time. But the moment the screen loaded, my heart stopped. The balance showed $0. I stared at the screen, unable to believe it. I refreshed the page again and again, hoping it was just a mistake. But it wasn't. Every dollar I had worked so hard to save was gone overnight. My hands started shaking. Fear took over my body. I quickly called the bank, thinking my account had been hacked. After confirming my details, the bank representative said calmly, "I'm sorry, ma'am. The money was legally withdrawn yesterday by the authorized joint account holder." Joint account holder. There was only one person who had access. My father. I stood there in silence, unable to accept what I had heard. Slowly, I walked downstairs. My parents were calmly having breakfast as if nothing had happened. Trying to control my emotions, I asked, "Dad, did you take my savings?" He looked at me and answered without hesitation, "Yes." No apology. No regret. Just one cold answer. I felt broken. "But why?" I whispered. Before my father could reply, my mother said, "We gave the money to Sophia. She's starting a business, and we thought she needed it more. It was the best choice for the family." I couldn't believe it. That money was my future, I said with tears in my eyes. I worked for years. I gave up so much for this dream. Then Sophia walked into the room. She looked at me without any emotion. Instead of apologizing, she smiled and said, "You can earn it again someday. I needed it more than you." Those words destroyed the last bit of hope I had. At that moment, I finally understood the truth. I was never treated like a daughter. I was only the person everyone expected to sacrifice everything. Without saying another word, I went upstairs. I packed a small suitcase and looked around my room one final time. The place that once felt like home no longer held any happiness for me. I walked out the front door. No one stopped me. No one called my name. No one asked me to stay. I closed the door behind me, wiped away my tears, and made a promise to myself. One day, I would build the life they never believed I deserved. And I would never let anyone steal my dreams again.